And I could not understand a word they were saying.
If it was Paddy's Day, they were probably wasted too.
But I think I just know what it means because it's so British. That's like one of the things that we make fun of.
How we make fun of that. Wow, now we're the ones being literal. 14 nights.
Hello. Hi, I'm Hallie from the US.
Hi, I'm Cady from England.
Oh. So when I was traveling recently, I met a bunch of Irish guys on St. Patrick's Day, and I could not understand a word they were saying.
If it was Paddy's Day, they were probably wasted too. That's like inaudible.
And one time I took like the TOEIC test for English like score, and the only question I missed was where I had to listen and write down the answer, and it was an Australian accent, and I couldn't get it.
A big problem I have is like, you know, with slang. So I think that I've misunderstood like the meaning or like how they want to put that sentence across. I think I've like misunderstood the situation a few times, you know, like read the room.
South Africans can be a bit hard for me too.
And they have a lot of slang words too. I went to South Africa, my auntie's South African, so I went there, and yeah, I guess like when I was in the room with all of them, maybe that was a little bit complicated.
Yeah, like overwhelming. Yeah, definitely in the US we say it's a line.
We say it's a queue, and I guess the reason we say it is, well, one, with the action of queuing up, and also, you know, it's not always a straight line.
You say the action of queuing up, but that's not a thing we have.
Oh yeah,
you say it like that's a given.
I know, you're like, you know, when you queue up for things, you guys like, no, we
I mean, I know what it means, but I think I just know what it means because it's so British. That's like one of the things that we make fun of.
How we make fun of that. How about like if you're in...
I like it though. It's a cool word.
How about if you're in an internet queue? You know, like if you're registering for something and there's like a bunch of people waiting. What do you call that? Do you say like, oh, there's so many people in the line, or...
In the waiting list?
We would say queue as well for the internet one. So physical and online.
Yeah,
like,
we might say like that occasionally. I think it's kind of seeped into American English.
We always say it as well, like on the phone, you know, like, oh, there's like a queue of like 10 people ahead of me. How about that? Like if you're on hold.
You're on hold.
It doesn't even matter.
Yeah, we don't say queue.
Oh.
What is that? Some people would say horse riding in the US. I usually say horseback riding.
Horseback riding to me sounds like, I think of like the wild, wild west, and like no saddle, like pure bareback. Like I think of that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would be bareback, wouldn't it? Not horseback. Well yeah, we just say horse riding.
In the US, depending on the person, we do say, horseback riding, sometimes horse riding.
In the UK, we would say going horse riding, just horse riding. But I think like the words are like really literal. Sometimes like horseback riding is very specifically, I am on the back of this horse. You know, if you guys say that you're eating a tuna sandwich, you say tuna fish, but we know it's a fish, so it's so literal. Tuna fish sandwich. You just say tuna? Yeah. Oh, I hear it on the TV.
Also, I would never eat that.
Yeah, it was just the first thing that came to mind. Because like I've seen it on American TV so many times that they say I'm eating a tuna fish sandwich, but surely tuna is the only tuna, like we know it's the fish. I don't know if that's like actually true, but that's just what I've noticed.
Yeah, so this one also, I would say it just depends on the situation. Because sometimes I would say front desk, sometimes I would say reception. For hotels, I would probably say I'm going to the front desk. But if I was at the dentist or something like that, I would say I'm going up to reception to talk to the receptionist.
So it's like a situational.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, is that like the whole of America that like varies, or you think it's just like...
I think probably in the South they say front desk more.
In the UK we say reception, always reception I think. I don't think I've heard anyone say front desk.
If you're in like an office or something and it's in front of the front desk, that's the reception area.
Oh, I think we say lobby or reception area.
Lobbies for hotels usually. I don't think I've ever been to a big office building in the US, but if you went there, I would suppose they would say like, oh, can you please wait in the reception area for your interview? Or something like that.
We would say that too, like go to reception. The only other word that we use reception for is like, you know, when you're like a little kid, like 2 years old, and you're gonna go and do school, have nursery, which is like the first one, which I think you guys call kindergarten. And then you go to reception, which is like, I think it's 1 year, and I guess it's like an introduction to school.
We would
So,
say
like,
daycare. Daycare, then pre-K, then kindergarten.
Ah.
Kindergarten's for like 5 years old.
Maybe pre-K is the same as reception, because we do like nursery, then reception, and yeah, it's like you go there before you start like the proper school.
I've never heard of that use of the word.
The school, so I think that's how we use it. Like reception is
Yeah.
the first thing you do. So like in an office, the first place you go is reception. I don't even know if that's just a totally different thing, but that's what we say. I can imagine there's going to be people in the comments like, I really don't know what she's talking about.
So the sidewalk is where you walk and the pavement is where you drive, because the pavement is like what I would call the black pavement.
The road.
I don't know what else to call it. I mean, yeah, it's a road, but what substance is that? It's
tarmac.
pavement. Yeah, I don't know what
We call it tarmac.
Tarmac is like the place where the planes drive around, right?
It's the same thing, isn't it? Roads, plain road.
No, because the place where the planes drive around is not black, it's like this color.
It's black, isn't it? Is it? I think it's black.
I don't think so.
I'm so confused. In the UK, we say pavement, a really like literal thing, like we were saying before, like you walk on the side, like sidewalk. American feels like really like this is what it is. We say pavement. It's made with paving slabs. Maybe that's why we call it pavement. And then yeah, we call the middle bit the roads.
I mean, we would call that a road too, obviously, but
It's not an alien
I
word.
don't know, because we would say paving the road. When you're making the road, you're paving the road, so I would call that pavement.
I think we say laying a road.
That would be bricks, laying
Yeah, it would,
bricks.
wouldn't it? Laying a What do we call it? I have no idea what we call that.
You really say fortnight.
Yeah, in the UK we say fortnight. I guess you can say 2 weeks and like definitely people would know what that is. But yeah, fortnight.
But why is it fortnight? It's 40 nights? No, that doesn't make sense. 14 nights.
14 nights, yeah. Oh, I actually
Never knew that.
yeah, did not know. So wow, now we're the ones being literal. It's 14 nights.
Yeah, we would never. If someone came up to me and said, oh, it's been a fortnight since I went on my vacation, my holiday, I would be like, what are you talking about? Yeah. I would probably think they just meant like one night, last night.
4 nights. Both are quite interchangeable. I guess like 2 weeks is probably more common, but maybe a lot of people do say fortnight, like, oh, when are you going on holiday? Oh, in a fortnight. It sounds kind of strange for me saying it because I guess I don't say it very much.
But do you have the same, like, do you have a word for 1 week and 3 weeks? No. Why is it just 2 weeks?
I don't know.
Well, we can make one. It's like
yeah, we can invent
7 nights, so 7 night is 1 week.
Yeah, in a 7 night, 21 night. Oh yeah, we say fortnightly too, like, oh, how often do you have to go to the doctors or something? Fortnightly. Yeah, maybe it's just because it's a nice even, like 21. It's the half of the month, so we're
21 nightly.
So long. Instead of saying like half a month, 2 weeks, fortnightly, like a regular.
I would just say twice a month.
Could say that. Oh yeah, every other week. Yeah, we say that too actually.
We say that.
So how would you say like fortnightly, like instead of saying, oh, like I have to go to the doctor's fortnightly? Like,
we would say probably every other week.
It sounds like a regular word, you know?
Yeah.
I'm doing it
often. Definitely sounds like something we would say when we make fun of the British accent.
Going fortnightly.
In the US, we say downtown. We would never say city center.
In the UK, it depends. I live in a town, so we'd say town centre. Actually, we also say downtown, but I mean like to go to the shopping centre in my town, like, oh, I'm just gonna pop downtown. I think that's like a northern thing. Like if you live in a city, you say, I'm just gonna go into the city centre, or like on the outskirts of the city.
But do you actually have like a square in the city?
Have a shopping centre?
Yeah, I live in a small town, so we do say, we actually have like a town square. So we say like either downtown or I'm going to the town square. Yeah. Going to the square, yeah. We
would just say like, I'm just gonna go to town, I'm gonna go downtown, I'm gonna go to the town centre. And we have like an area which has like, yeah, it's like a shopping centre. There's like a strip of shops and cafes, and it is just like that one central area, and then everything else around it is houses.
Yeah.
So
in my city, we don't have a shopping area.
Oh really?
We have to drive to the next city for that.
Oh, small town.
Because I'm from the South, in the US, In general, maybe people say shopping cart, but this is like a big debate. In the South, we say buggy.
Buggy?
Buggy.
Ooh, we call like a baby's pram a buggy sometimes. In the UK, we call this a trolley. That's so fun that you guys. But yeah, we would say buggy for like a baby's pram. You guys say push.
We don't say
chair?
pram.
Yeah.
We say stroller.
Oh, stroller, that's it. Push. Where the hell did I get pushchair from? Do we say that?
I don't know.
But yeah, we say buggy or pram for a baby's one. Oh yeah, that's a trolley for
only
us.
stroller,
Trolley.
I think. Yeah, fortnight, because I didn't know what it meant, but actually it's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, maybe it's just thinking like how literally things are, like horseback and what was the other one that was dead literal?
Sidewalk.
Sidewalk, yeah, sidewalk. Like it's just seeing how literal words are, like you're walking on the side of the road, you're riding on the back of the horse. So I think that was quite interesting.
I bet there's a lot more like that too.
It was fun to like see like how different things are, and like obviously now I've learned why we say fortnight, which is ridiculous because I should have known that anyway. So yeah, it's quite fun to talk about the differences.
I think it's interesting to see that some of these things that might have been so different in the past, now they're kind of overlapping because of like just shared media and things like that. So I think it's kind of hard to say what is British English now. Everywhere is kind of blending together, but
I guess we're all using each other's words now.
Whichever one's best, just choose it and use it.
Whatever makes you happy.
So today we talked about some differences between American and British English.
If you liked the video, please like and subscribe and leave a comment, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.